Hello, Trippies, and welcome to the lore episode for Tales of Xebec, the Creator. Now, before I begin, I'd like to state that this takes place after the main Tales of Xebec series ends. So, yeah, I will be uploading this alongside the main Tales of Xebec series, but I want you guys to know that there will be mild spoilers for the series not only in this episode, but in later episodes as well, possibly. So, yeah, but with all that being said, if you don't mind the spoilers, then keep watching. But if you do mind the spoilers and you don't want at least the victors to be spoiled for you, for the last few episodes of Tales of Xebec, if you don't want those victors to be spoiled for you, then please do not watch this video until you have completed the Tales of Xebec series, which cannot be done right now as I'm uploading this video because I haven't even gotten out of the first 100, and there's 300 games I have to write. So, yeah, in total, in that series before I can start on this one. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy. After Xebec's war with Panem, almost the entire country was destroyed and in a crater. A lot of the survivors of the destruction of Xebec were taken to Panem and spread throughout the districts, depending on what each citizen had done in Xebec. While citizens that didn't do things that Panem's districts were doing were kept in the capital of Panem. Meanwhile, a lot of survivors of the destruction fled to the craters in Asia. After a few months, surviving victors who stayed and citizens came from the underground and developed a country in the craters of Asia. The only district left that was outside of the crater at the time of Xebec's reincarnation was District 14, which was now located in Vietnam and focused on the growing and harvesting of fruits. This new form of Xebec only had 20 districts in the capital at its peak, after only a few years of the country being there. Of course, Districts 1 through 13 and the capital focused on the same things they had before. Districts 1 through 14 and the capital were all in the original plan of the country. Just as mentioned beforehand, Districts 1 through 13 and the capital focused on the same things they did in the old Xebec. Meanwhile, District 14 was a very eco-friendly district. District 14 had lush jungles and fruits everywhere. People here make a living off fruit picking, making them good at climbing trees, but they also have good construction capabilities, making well-protected huts and homes. Flaws are scarce, but the notable flaws are their people's intense trust in others, making them vulnerable for betrayal and their slow movement. Swimming is this district's strength, it being located on the coast of the South China Sea. After a few months, Districts 15 and 16 were introduced. District 15 was located on the island of Taiwan. This district was created after the outbreak of a very serious disease within Xebec. This district's sole purpose was to discover a cure for the disease. When the citizens of District 15 found a cure, that was when they decided against returning to the mainland. The capital let the citizens stay on the island of Taiwan, however, instead of starting a war with District 15. Meanwhile, District 16 was located in the ruins of Cambodia, Myanmar, Thailand, and Malaysia. District 16 doesn't provide the capital or the districts with anything materialistic, but with breathable air and toxic or non-toxic plants or fruits. This industry being referred to as wildlife and oxygenation. District 16 is a rather warm district, and the entire district is covered in greenery and fluorescent colors. A notable toxic berry grown in 16 is nightlock. Both of these districts have swimming as a strength, while District 15 also has medical-related strengths. After a year, District 17 was introduced. A high-tech city, you'd think this place was the capital once you got a good look at it. The only difference is that these people have a modern 21st century look, not the ridiculous style the capital has. They have good prediction skills and also have experience in quick thinking, but they also have high intelligence. Many are smartasses, up to the point where they're easily disliked as much as the capital. They never make allies easily due to this, a dangerous risk in the games. Meanwhile, District 17 is found in the ruins of India, Nepal, Bhutan, and Bangladesh. Eventually, Districts 18 and 19 get introduced. District 18 features a lot of discipline. Horsing around will not be tolerated anywhere and will be rewarded with punishment. Expect a lot of hardened soldiers here, and a lot of hardened children too. Try to make them laugh. I dare you. You'll waste your time. They all have their own personalities in this battlefield-style district. Tents everywhere as high as 8 feet and as wide as 15 feet. The sights are scarce here, everything being so dull. The tributes from here have good hand-to-hand combat skills, along with self-defense, and they are trained with basic military weapons, such as daggers, machetes, and crossbows. But they do not like to talk much and are prone to go insane or even suicidal at any moment. This district is tucked in the empty area of the ruins of Russia, just south of the re-established capital. Meanwhile, District 19's people are creepy as hell. An insane asylum being the centerpiece of this giant district, homes are run down like haunted houses with gothic sites everywhere. Gothic signs, fences, and even sidewalks. This is where all the psychos go, where all the people with unexplainable qualities end up. Dog eat dog. Your neighbor could be dead by next morning. These tributes specialize in stealth and any stealth-type weapons like sickles. District 25's old location is now the home for this Halloween town, with its many dead trees. The night is permanent in this mysterious world, a yellow moon hanging over the district. The insanity is everywhere, so the tribute's weaknesses are based off insanity. Finally, District 20 was introduced 15 years after Xebec was re-established in the craters of Asia. The number one thing a nation needs is its overall health. Without a single bacteria in sight, this is a very polished district made up of marble and gorgeous diamonds. Richer than the capital and in a few places, everyone knows how to stay healthy here, specializing in medicine and herbal remedies. These people aren't that much of fighters, but they can poison things easily as a weapon. Found right next to District 14, being separated by just a few miles of forest, it is odd how similar to the capital this district looks. This district distributes medical supplies made by District 15. All of these districts were either located in the relative safety of the crater, or the relative safety of dense forestry, or the relatively safe islands. District 15 was located on the island of Taiwan, while District 14 was located in the dense forests of Vietnam, and District 20 was located in the relatively dense forests of Laos. In the capital, located in the crater of the old District 18, intense fights went on as some capital radicals who actually enjoyed the Hunger Games, while others hated the Hunger Games and were the reasons why the Hunger Games stopped in this country. Some radical Russians from the old District 18 were also involved in these fights. Eventually, to end the fighting in the capital, the president at the time, who was actually the resurrected president of Xebec between the 110th and 130th Hunger Games, President Anna, decided to start the Hunger Games back up. When she made the announcement, however, district citizens rioted in the districts. This, however, did not stop President Anna and the radicals of the capital from starting the Hunger Games again. It was also decided that since citizens of districts 1, 2, 4, 18, and 19 remained loyal to the capital even after the announcement of the Hunger Games, those districts would be treated with some special treatment, like the career districts in the old Xebec and even more so in Panem. The living victors who had left the old Xebec to live in the craters all rioted against President Anna and the other radical capitalites. Elias Johansson, victor of the 295th Hunger Games, and Millie Jones, victor of the 300th Games, were the leaders of these riots. Zeki Yilmaz, victor of the 297th Games, Lucas Eriksson, victor of the 294th Games, and Eric Anderson, victor of the 300th Games, were also major players in these riots. These 5 victors, along with Alias Aman, victor of the 297th Games, and Francesca Garcia, victor of the 295th Games, managed to kill 5 radicals before being captured and detained by President Anna, her daughter Ida, and the head game makers Sao Vicente. Sao, Ida, and Anna then went live on Capital TV and announced that these victors would be competing against the tributes reaped for this year's Hunger Games. This caused screams throughout the crater of Xebec. The reapings for the 301st Hunger Games were then announced to occur 60 years after the 300th Hunger Games, on December 31st. With a lack of experience by the newer game-making team and a lack of funding, which would have previously been given to the country by Panem, this 301st Hunger Games was held in an abandoned factory, previously used in the old District 17 when it was the drug district, as a factory to make morphling. This caused many tributes to get high on morphling during the games. Although there was a victor in these games, the victors that were forced into the games with the reaped tributes also somehow survived despite their advanced ages. Thus, the capital decided to force Elias, Millie, Zeki, Lucas, Eric, Alias, and Francesca, along with Lynn Nguyen, victor of the 301st Games, to compete in the official 301st Hunger Games. The second 301st Hunger Games was said to be held 10 years after the first. This one had a higher budget for the arenas and a better game-making team. This caused capitalites to remove the original 301st Hunger Games from the Xebec records and keep the second 301st Hunger Games in records because of the utter success it was. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the lore episode for Tales of Xebec, the Crater. The next video will be the second 301st Hunger Games, which was the one that was kept in the archives of Xebec. I might later go back and explore the original 301st Hunger Games, where Lin Nguyen emerged as the victor. I might go back and explore that later on in the series. But for now, um, we will start with the second 301st Hunger Games. Now, again, I want to state, if you don't want like spoilers, at least for the victors in the later episodes of Tales of Xebec, the original Tales of Xebec, then do not continue watching this series until you have completed the original. But yeah, because this again takes place after the original Tales of Xebec series. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this video, though. If you guys liked it, then slap that like button. And as always, may the odds be ever in your favor. Goodbye.